If you want to create the kind of goals that are personally meaningful enough to motivate you to achieve them and to work on them even when the going gets tough, then it's always best to base those on the vision that you have for your life. Hi, if we've not met before, I'm Shelley from Taming Frenzy. I talked in an earlier video about the 3 primary types of goals that you can set that will pretty much allow you to achieve anything you want to in life. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description below, or you can click on the card in the corner. The broadest and perhaps most ambiguous type of goal is called an aspirational goal, and these are the goals that I call the be, do, have, or experience type of goal. And as such, these goals may be a little bit harder for you to quantify. You've written a statement so you'll know when it's done, but you don't have something specific to measure it by. And these are the types of goals that are best when they are based upon the vision that you have for your life. Your vision for your life, however, should be based upon the guiding principles and the guiding values that are most important to you. Now, if you've never been through an exercise to help you determine your core values, I highly recommend that you go through one. They're very enlightening. When I went through the process, I identified my own core values. For me personally, they are authenticity, integrity, growth, wisdom, and achievement. Your personal values, of course, will be unique to you. After I identified my core values, I went to work setting my aspirational goals, and I set several. My aspirational goals for my life are to try and look and feel my best, to live in a home that makes me happy, that meets our needs, that suits our taste, and that is at least pretty much organized and tidy, to have quality relationships with friends and family, to develop and indulge the creative side of my personality, and to build an online business that allows me to share my own personal growth and development journey with older women who are ready to pursue their own goals and dreams. Now, let's take a look at how this would work using that last goal of building my online business. For that aspirational goal, I would set any outcome goals. For example, let's say I've got 3 outcome goals. One would be to earn a dollar figure, let's say $2,000 a month from the business. Another outcome goal might be to grow an email list to 5,000 subscribers. Another outcome goal might be to monetize the YouTube channel. Those particular outcome goals are things that I can put a measurement to. I can set a date. I can go through the SMART goal process, which I'll be doing in a video next week. But I will know when I've achieved those because they're very specific. They're very measurable. You can look at your email list and see, have I got X number of subscribers based on the goal that you set? It's pretty easy to identify whether you have those or not. But then from each of those outcome goals, there may be some project goals that are going to be required to achieve the outcome goal. Now, I say maybe because it's always possible that you have an outcome goal that is succinct and contained within itself that does not require any projects or multiple projects to achieve it. But with this one, let's just go ahead and continue the example. Project goals are put in when there are some steps or some things that need to be achieved to make that outcome goal come true. For example, let's use that outcome goal of earning $2,000 a month with the online business. There are some projects that I would need to put in place to make that happen. One of those projects might be to create a new product or a new service each quarter. By creating new products and services, that's going to increase the revenue that's brought in, which is going to make it more likely that I achieve that goal of $2,000 a month. There may also be other project goals that are related to bringing in income to the business. Another outcome goal that I'd set was to have 5,000 people on the email subscriber list. In order to make that happen, there are also some projects that I'm going to put in place and work on so that I grow that email list. One project might be to participate in at least one bundle, event, summit, or something each quarter in order to help grow the email list and gain subscribers. Another project might be to create a new lead magnet each quarter. Both of those are projects that are going to help grow the email list, which is my outcome goal. And in order to monetize my YouTube channel, one of the projects might be to make sure that I create 13 videos each quarter. That comes out to 1 new video being posted each week. Another project to monetizing the YouTube channel might be to find and then enroll in and complete some particular course that will help you achieve that goal. But as you can see, each of those projects is something that is going to make it more likely that you achieve the outcome goal, which then is under that umbrella of that big aspirational goal. My personal projects are all very specific, and they're related back to the goals that are above them in the hierarchy. Achieving those project goals, which are very specific, will make it more likely that I will ultimately achieve that aspirational goal. And those are the big things that impact the quality of my life. Now, with your aspirational goals, you'll notice you've started with what they call the big rocks, the really big, important key things that you want to have. And then you work your way down from the great big rocks down to the pebbles and then to the grain of sand. And the grain of sand, of course, are your projects. But because I know why I'm doing those projects, it makes it more likely that I continue to feel motivated and continue to feel inspired, so that when I have one of those days, as we all do, when I just kind of feel like, I'm in a slump and I'm unmotivated and I don't really want to work, I can think back to what my aspirational goals are and know that doing that work that I might not feel totally motivated to do at the moment, I can know that by doing that, I'm increasing my chances of making those aspirational goals come true. And those were big enough goals and important enough goals to my life that I am motivated to achieve that. That motivation then makes me get off the couch and get back to my computer and get back to work. When I have those slump days, as everybody does, remembering the aspirational goals makes it so much easier to get in there and do the daily work on the projects to achieve them. Now, does every single goal you set or every project that you work on have to tie back to your life values? Not necessarily, although some might argue that you can find some link back if you look hard enough. For example, let's look at the aspirational goal I set of looking and feeling my best, or of living in a home that makes me happy and that meets our needs and suits our taste. You might originally think that, well, those don't have any tie back to your core values that you've already identified, but I would argue that they do, and here's why. When I feel my best, and when I feel like I look my best, I am better able to present myself to the world as my authentic self. I am less likely to feel like I need to wear a mask or to hide who I am because I am feeling comfortable in my own skin. Same thing with my house. When I am comfortable with my house, when I feel comfortable being in it, then I am more likely to do the work of learning and other things that, again, help me to remain true to my authentic self and to who I am. So while you might say that, okay, those don't totally tie back, I believe there is a tie. To me, there really is. And to me, those are all very reinforcing. My big goals motivate me for my projects. My projects, help me achieve the big goal. And then those life vision, those aspirational things, they provide me with the motivation because I can see that that is what I want my life to look like. Now, if you find you've got a goal that's in opposition to one of your life values, that might be something that you may want to reevaluate or reconsider. For most of us, having congruity in our life is extremely important, and we feel a sense of stress and distress when we are acting in a way that is contrary to what we truly believe is important for us in life. So if you find that is the case, you might want to go back and re-examine some goals or re-examine some projects to determine how you can bring those into line with your particular core values. When your core values line up with your aspirational goals and then with your outcome goals and your project goals, which are the daily things that you do, you get this real sense of everything fitting together and working just like it needs to. That's going to lead you to greater success. It's going to make you a happier person, and it's going to make it more likely that those goals and those dreams and that vision that you've created for your life is going to all come true. And that, of course, is why we work towards goals in the first place.